As most of you probably know by now, on September 25th, 1963, 45 years ago to this day, President John F. Kennedy traveled to Grand Forks, North Dakota, and he visited our citizens here, and he delivered a speech at the UND Field House, now Pittsburgh, only yards away from where we're gathered right now. That speech dealt with important issues still vital today: environmental protection, conservation of natural resources, economic development, the struggle between democracy and totalitarianism, and the importance of education and public service. The university conferred on the President an honorary Doctor of Laws degree. As a representative of the law school, I'm happy to note that it was a law degree that he received. And over 20,000 people assembled on campus that day to see JFK, the largest gathering in campus history. Tragically, less than 2 months later, the 35th President of the United States was assassinated in Dallas. Now, to commemorate the 45th anniversary of the President's Grand Forks visit, and in tandem with our 125th anniversary here at the University of North Dakota, we've organized this conference to foster interdisciplinary discussion and analysis of the issues addressed in JFK's UND speech, as well as other significant issues of the Kennedy era, including civil rights, space exploration, the nuclear threat, and the influence of the media on presidential politics. This conference will also explore issues related to the President's tragic assassination within weeks of his UND visit. Over the next 3 days, these subjects will be examined through various academic lenses, including literature, political science, film, economics, philosophy, law, history, and the sciences. We've gathered here world-class scholars from around this country and various parts of the world. And in your packets, you have information about all the panels, locations, and times. So please take a moment and look those over. But I think when you look at the program, you'll be as excited as we are about the incredible discussions that we're going to be having here over the next 3 days. We also have some very special guests with us during these 3 days. I want to talk about them for a moment. First and foremost, we'll be having Ted Sorensen, who worked intimately with JFK as a special counsel and speechwriter. He's going to be with us today. His recent book, Counselor, is subtitled Life at the Edge of History, but that subtitle is more a function of Mr. Sorensen's humility than reality. Mr. Sorensen is truly an historic figure, the person who crafted much of JFK's soaring rhetoric and exerted great influence on his policies. In fact, President Kennedy referred to him as his intellectual blood bank. Acclaimed historian Richard Reeves is also with us. He's one of America's preeminent political authors and has written award-winning books on the Kennedy, Nixon, and Reagan administrations. His book, President Kennedy, Profile of Power, is considered by many to be one of the best tomes on the Kennedy administration and has won several national awards, including Best Nonfiction Book of 1993 by Time Magazine and Book of the Year by Washington Monthly. U.S. District Court Judge John Tunheim, former chair of the John F. Kennedy Assassination Records Review Board, will also be joining us, and he'll be sharing his insights regarding his work on that important board. Former Deputy Assistant Attorney General of the Civil Rights Division, Brian Lansford, who fought on the front lines of many of the U.S. Department of Justice's most important civil rights battles during the 1960s, will be presenting his insights regarding the civil rights movement as an introduction to our showing of key excerpts of the groundbreaking documentary Eyes on the Prize. Dr. Robert Waite, an expert on modern German history, will be presenting original archival research on East German reactions to JFK's Berlin visit in June 1963. He has looked through Stasi records, Stasi, the secret police of East Germany, and East German newspapers, among other sources, and he's going to present his conclusion. This is really an exciting event here at the University of North Dakota because this is the type of research that just has not been done elsewhere. And I actually spoke with Ted Sorensen about this when he arrived yesterday, and he's very excited about Dr. Waite's conclusions. On Saturday morning, we'll be showing a film of JFK's speech here at the university. And on Saturday afternoon, after our last panel, we'll be showing the film depicting the Cuban Missile Crisis, 13 days. Later today at 3:15 p.m., we're going to be having a very special memorial service in honor of President Kennedy's legacy at the UND Eternal Flame. And we really hope that you'll be able to join us there for that. So we have an incredibly exciting program, and we hope it will be a good forum to foster interdisciplinary discussion and exploration. I would like to note that the idea for this conference was conceived as part of our Alice T. Clark mentoring program here at UND. That program allows new scholars to get together on a regular basis and discuss their work from an interdisciplinary perspective. So that is the spirit in which this conference was conceived, and we hope it will animate all our proceedings over the next 3 days. I'd like to take a moment to thank our generous sponsors. The Greater Grand Forks Convention and Visitors Bureau, Happy Harry's Bottle Shop, the North Dakota Humanities Council, Sanders, the UND 125th Anniversary Committee, the UND Alumni Foundation, the UND College of Arts and Sciences, Business College, the School of Education and Human Development, the History Department, the Law School, the Office of Instructional Development, the Political Science Department, the President's Office, and the Provost. I think what that shows is that this campus has come together, department by department, across UND, and really shown its support for this conference. And that, to me, is one of the most heartening things about it, is that we are really joined together as a campus here over these next 3 days. So we really appreciate that sponsorship and the generosity that we've been shown. I especially want to thank our provost, Dr. Greg Weisenstein, whose support and guidance has been invaluable. And I also want to thank our new president, Dr. Robert Kelly, who started this July, but immediately threw his support behind the project. We're extremely grateful. And I'd like to take this opportunity right now to welcome Dr. Kelly here at the podium to join us. Thank you.